te la dejo, yo ya me voy. A la otra vuelta yo me la llevo para pasearnos juntos los dos. Adiós le dijo el sol al cielo cuando salía la luna ya con sus estrellas tan relumbrosas que todo el cielo hacen brillar. Adiós le dijo el sol al cielo, ay que la dejo, yo ya me voy. A la otra vuelta yo me la llevo para pasearnos juntos los dos.
Juntitos los dos, madre.
Como un eclipse. Tú eres la luna, yo soy el sol. Y si te acercas te voy a quemar. Y si te quemo te va a gustar. Muchas chispitas van a saltar. Tú eres la luna, yo soy el sol. Y si te acercas te voy a quemar. Y si te quemo te va a gustar. Muchas chispitas van a saltar. ¡Hey! Adiós le dijo el sol al cielo cuando salía la luna ya con sus estrellas tan relumbrosas que todo el cielo hacen brillar. Adiós le dijo el sol al cielo, ay te la dejo, yo ya me voy. A la otra vuelta yo me la llevo para pasearnos juntos los dos.
Wacky Wednesday.
It's Wacky Wednesday con El Bumper.
Unfiltered, the real deal. No pre-planning, no chingaderas. Straight up from the bill.
Wacky Wednesday.
B-Town's very own.
It's Wacky Wednesday con El Bumper.
Here's your host, Bumper Gomez.
Oh, rookie move. Good evening and welcome to another episode of Bumper's Wacky Wednesday, live here from the stripped down studio in San Antonio, Texas. You guys are in for a special treat tonight. I'm super excited to have a royal family, so to say, en la onda tejana. I mean, ya van a comenzar. And to have, these three here, for me is an honor, a privilege. But again, for me, part of the royal Tejano family. There you go. You get some Sprite. Yeah. Part of the Tejano royal family, La Familia Navaira. So before I show their beautiful, wonderful faces, I must warn you that Raulito looks probably about 25 years younger. I don't know if it's the lighting or what, but no, for sure. So again, ladies and gentlemen, this show is absolutely free on YouTube, on Facebook, wherever you share this. It is absolutely free. All we ask you to do is one thing, and that's share it. Share it on all your if you got multiple Facebook accounts, you got the stalker account. I know some people have a stalker account, a hacker account, whatever. Share it on all those, man. Share it. Without further ado, guys, my good friends, I consider them family, the Navairas.
Hey.
Thank you for having us,
Yes.
Hey, well, I didn't let Rigo do it, right?
Yeah. Do you want to close out the show with it?
We're gonna do it now.
Okay.
'Cause I have an intro, but Rigo did an intro for Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. Woo, I said
About 2 years ago?
Yeah, 2 years ago. I put and he remembered word for word his intro. So without further ado, guys, Rigo Navaira, Bumpers Wacky Wednesday.
Cause it's Wacky Wednesday with Bump. I said it's Wacky Wednesday with Bump. We're gonna talk about stuff and we might get drunk. Cause it's Wacky Wednesday with Bump.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's probably
All right.
Can I have a bump? Just kidding.
This is a family show.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just kidding. Imagine
It's
the rumors
not-
right now.
Now the rumors.
Okay,
we need
the
scandal.
family. It is a family show because you guys are a family.
We need scandal.
But hey, man, you know what I love about Bumpers Wacky Wednesday? I want people to be themselves. Like, man.
I'm
you
just
know,
kidding, Bumper.
No,
I don't want to bump.
He's not being for real.
But guys, yeah, I'm
He's like,
just
what do I
seeing
say
through
now?
No. First off, right off the bat, I'm being honest with you guys. Rolito came in here. I told you guys. I told him he looks a lot younger than just the other day when I saw him. I don't know what he did to himself. I think he put some of Destiny's Badass Gold lotion or something. I don't know. But anyway,
La de, ¿cómo se llama? La de...
Neil's
oil of LA, oil of LA.
The actress, the model, what's her name? That has the mole right here. She has a commercial every night.
The girl, the one that has a heavy accent.
The one
Sofia
that was married to...
Sofia Vergara?
No, the other one. Anyway, that's what I
don't know which
use.
one.
Richard Gere's ex-wife.
Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts? No, hombre, we're all... Somebody help us out here.
Please.
She has a makeup line?
Yeah.
Okay,
Jennifer
here you
Garner.
go.
No,
Well, going back to what I was saying, so Rolito walked in, he had this special glow with him, and...
I'm pregnant.
With the carne guisada,
Oh man! But so he had this this glow to him, and he sat down and he looked at me. I said, "Man, Rolito, you look real young." He's like, "I have my kids. They're home," and I know he said it kind of jokingly, but at the same time, as a parent, I feel him for you two. I mean, you're adults, right? Mm-hmm. But you'll always
Everybody calls us the kids, though, man. We're still known as the kids to everybody.
Yeah,
The other day, who was it?
and we went to we had hung out with La Mafia last month and 2 months ago.
Shout out to La Mafia.
Shout out to them. And Oscar, his manager was telling us that Oscar was like, do I need to call the kids and check on them and see if they're okay?
And then the other day, we were hanging out with David Lee, and he was talking on the phone with somebody. They asked, "What are you doing?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm here with the kids." The kids.
The kids.
Cindy Crawford.
Cindy
Hey.
Crawford.
Hey.
Oh, God.
Hey,
That's
that
like
was-
from the 80s.
I know, that was his time.
How are you supposed to know?
How are you supposed to know that?
Thank you, Terry. We appreciate
Thank you,
that.
Miss Terry.
Thank you. We appreciate that. But again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. Familia Navaira's in the house. I put on there Unplugged because lately I've been catching these guys unplugged. I've got to see them twice. They did the release of
Yeah,
Letras
what'd you think about that? Did you like
Dude,
that?
so let me to the people that didn't.
To the people
for
who
the
didn't
people
go.
that didn't get to see it, right?
It was packed house. It was a packed house.
It was a packed house.
Yeah.
You guys did a LP release, right?
EP.
EP,
EP.
LP, EP,
LP 's
CP.
LP
More
is a song
songs.
play, yeah.
EP's more
LP is
songs.
like more than 10 songs, and then the EP is like 6 songs. or
Minimum
less.
5.
Yeah,
Minimum 5.
Can anybody tell me what the letters stand for?
It's a little.
It's a little bit.
It's a little bit.
Recording.
There you go. Saludos to everybody watching from the 956, from the 361, from the 210, from the 832, from the 813, Florida. Everybody watching from the Midwest, California, New Mexico, Arizona.
90210.
90210, el otro.
In New York, too, my little sister.
Yeah. What's your
She's in
code?
Brooklyn. I don't know where Brooklyn is.
Brooklyn?
Yeah. She's living in Brooklyn.
Wow.
Real tough, 'cause
She's
she lives-
neighbors with
make you-
Beyonce and
With
Jay-Z.
Beyonce and Jay-Z.
I got you. I got you. So back to their EP.
Yeah.
Right, their EP release party, which I had never been to one. That was
We
a
should do it
special.
together.
That was a special invite one.
Yeah, that
and
was.
then me and my wife, we showed up, and it was awesome. Like the people you had there, the atmosphere. It was very like it was people that were very close to you.
Yeah, it was a
right.
lot of
And so
family.
that makes that people don't really get, like, sometimes when you have people that are close to you, it's another vibe.
Yeah.
Right? With
Well,
stranger
this was-
vibe, there's a stranger danger vibe. And then there's like, you know, I know you don't mind the stranger danger
Nah,
vibe.
Rigo
right?
likes it.
But
Rigo likes it.
but when you have family, it's kind of more heartwarming.
Well,
You could see
it was like a special thing, you know, the EP, Las Letras de Mi Padre. That was a project that I decided to do after the second album. And, you know, for those of you who don't know, it's available on all platforms. And basically what I did is I recreated 6 of the songs that my dad wrote for my Uncle Emilio. And we really tried to get in the studio and kind of pretend like he's giving them to me for the first time. Really kind of trying to recreate them
and not remember them the way you remember them when your Theo was singing.
We didn't want to just, you know, we wanted to do something special. We didn't want to just record the same, you know, style or the same
and of course,
stuff.
you know, I think when we were recording, we definitely channeled my uncle. I know I did when I was singing. That was like 3 days of waiting, and I was the last one to record. And the whole time, you know, I know people thought in the studio I wasn't doing anything, but the whole time I'm thinking, how am I gonna sing these songs? Not better than him, but at least to that expectation, at least to that, you know, caliber of vocals, because these songs are some of the most iconic that he did.
And our fans are the most critical, right? Like, hey, she didn't sing it like Emilio.
Especially when you're a legacy. Shout out to all the legacies. It's a lot of pressure, but for me, it's a good pressure. I work better under pressure. I like to challenge myself, and it definitely was a challenge, but so far so good. I mean, we've gotten good reviews on it. I think the songs sound great. They're a lot different from the originals. I think maybe the closest one is Eclipse, the one that we were hearing. But we still slowed that down a bit and made it a little bit more norteño.
The way I took it that night, I had only heard 2.
Yeah, he had never heard the song.
Eclipse, and I heard Ya no me pones atención, which blew me away. Ya no me
Somebody
pones
started
atención.
cutting onions on your table. I saw that for a little bit.
No, I'll admit, man, I started bawling in there, everything. But Ya no me pones atención brought a tear to my eye because it was a duet with Lupita Infante, which, man, Pedro.
Who was there?
Lupita.
Who was there?
She came all the way
take
from
a picture with her.
California. Thank you, Lupita and Sunny. They came all the way from California just to come to the party. And, you know, that was really special to record with her. You know, like Dad was going to say, they're...
Legacy. That's another legacy. But, I mean, this guy was... Pedro was the Elvis Presley of Mexico.
Yeah.
You know? And to my family, too. My mom and my dad. Especially my dad, because my dad is more the influencer of the music to us. That was his hero.
And you can even see it in my uncle's appearance. You can see that, you know, he somewhat looked up to Pedro Infante.
Yeah.
I mean, he, you know, I feel like he definitely channeled that persona in his own
Emilio style. Act like him too.
He was a little crazy
like him too. Thank God he didn't fly.
No, and so, you know, while I was there, you know, for the people that didn't get to, you know, to give you kind of a small explanation, like, I'm a grown ass man. I was sitting there with my wife, and, you know, I felt it. I got a knot in my throat, you know.
Yeah, the campanas.
You know, my eyes started sweating for a little bit, and
I was gonna say, God, Bumper, you're gay then.
That's good, and that's
no,
good.
yeah, it's a good thing.
That's
but,
good.
but for me, you know, and for you know, Mexicanos, Chicanos, I mean, machismo is very in our culture. So for me, but I could feel the passion in the music and the songs, and to look over and see my good friend Raulito over there taking it all in. I could only imagine what he was feeling to hear these songs. And then just when you think you're just like, okay, man, this is just some
I'm
good
done crying.
Yeah, I'm done crying. In walks in one of the most famous mariachis that ever walked the face of the earth, right?
Campanas, sí.
Campanas de América walked
Saludos
in.
a todos.
¿Cómo se llama?
Juan Ortiz.
Juan Ortiz. So you guys know him because he has a mustache that kind of curls out. Cool cat. But they all came in, and I was like, wow, this shit just got real right now, right?
We turned up, man.
And I don't want Destiny to get mad, and I don't want your pops to get mad. For me, one of the highlights of that evening, the God honest truth, was seeing Rigo out of his comfort zone, singing.
Let's take a shot.
Like, hey, dude, but I don't even think it was the alcohol. Like you.
It wasn't drunk.
I think we just caught you. Like sometimes you catch people in any profession, you catch them in their zone and what they love to do, and sometimes it just goes and you just like you got it. As a fan, you're sitting back like. I kept hitting my wife like she's like, "Hey, stop hitting me already!" I'm like,
well,
dude,
you know that's the thing.
Listen to Rico.
She knows though.
That's
Whenever
the
I
thing.
listen to mariachi, I turn into another person.
But that's
really
the thing,
do.
you know, when we started all of this, as far as Destiny, you know, Rigo's been kind of behind me, supporting me, because I was the first one to kind of jump and say, hey, I have these songs, I have this. I'm the planner, right? So I'm the one that's like, here's this, here's that. But a lot of people don't know, you know, Rico's got a lot of stuff that we're waiting to record, that we're, you know, planning on, and he's going to have his time. So I love that you say that, because it is, you know, and I want people to see that we're not just, you know, it's not just Destiny. It never has been. You know, it's always been all three of us, regardless of what name we're under, regardless of, you know, where we're performing, how
Destiny,
we're performing. But we are our own people, our own artists within ourselves. But at the same time, when we come together, it's something really special, and it's something, you know, that we learned from my dad. I mean, to let somebody shine the way he let my Uncle Emilio shine, I mean, that's a lesson in itself. You know, he's the star as it is. He knows that, my dad, and you know, to be confident enough in your talent and who you are with people, that's something that I've taken from their relationship. And so to see my brother shine like that, you know, everyone was freaking out.
Dude, so I'm glad you said it, because, you know, you're absolutely right. So what I like to do sometimes is I enjoy what's going on, but then I want to get the feeling of like, so when I come back to talk, I know what I'm talking about, right? But I started seeing your friends and your family. And even the people that known you since you were little were like in their seats, like, I'm not chingada. Where did Rigo come? Where did you come out with this, dude? Because look, Rigo.
And he was also trying to impress everybody.
Dude, I'm not. You know, for anybody, cómprale casa. I know there are people going to say that, right? Right. But
do it.
No, Rigo. That night, bro. I almost hurt when I hear you sing. I was waiting for you to like hit a note where it was gonna like, okay, he's a little out of his right. But it never came, dude. It was like bam, bam,
Rigo's
bam.
a crooner, man.
Yeah, dude, and then you kept going, and the mariachi sang was backing you up. It was awesome,
dude.
bro.
It was a cool experience. You know, shout out to Campanas otra vez. It was just really cool to do that. It was one of the first times. It's just, man. There were so many times in Mexico, like behind the scenes, like we didn't film it or anything like that, where, you know, we would have mariachis for somebody's birthday, and, you know, I would sing a song and stuff like that, and I would feel it. And so
we recently got into mariachi.
Yeah, we recently did. Well. I mean, we've always known the classics and stuff, but we really got into it whenever we lived down there.
Because of the nodal
Nodal is
a
big thing for us.
And we went to his concert actually over there, man. One of the best concerts I've ever been to. For
sure.
real, dude.
Christian Nodal?
He has his mariachi, but then he has his full band, and he just sings all.
Kind of does a mixture of everything,
dude,
right?
He does all his originals.
I mean,
and then
for me, it was really cool. And then when he tatted his face, I was like, dude,
I didn't like it at first, but I kind of like it.
Like when you get that big, dude, just
you can do whatever.
Whatever, right? I'll do whatever.
You can do whatever you want.
I'm surprised he don't have a tattoo on his face.
I do have a tattoo.
Saludos to everybody watching, to Jose Romero, Ricky
But the
Duran,
people don't know.
Margaret Miramontes, Miguel Hernandez. What's up, Miggy? Lucy Benavides, saludos. Hope Randy's doing better. Adrian Arias, Sean Zambrano. Hey, Sean, man, he's that sturdy. Big love out to Sean.
Yeah, we saw him in Kyle.
Congratulations, no, they got married.
They got married, and
it was their anniversary or something.
He just had surgery.
Yeah, he just had surgery.
He's back at home. So
recover well.
And
brother.
he just started his own Tejano online radio.
Drop. Sorry.
Hey, we got people from Monterrey in the house. Saludos a todos en Monterrey.
Saludos to la Familia Mancha watching from Ohio. Yeah, man, la Familia Mancha.
¿Por qué están en Ohio?
Hey, I don't know. But I'll be up there in a week, man. I can't wait to go up there and hang out with la Familia Mancha. It's going to be a good time with our good friends, Grupo Asalto.
In Ohio?
In Ohio, yeah, man. So, being, you know, I've had your dad, I've had Destiny on here, I've had Rigo on here, I've had both the audio, like, you know, and we've always talked about you guys' story. Your Theo and your dad were always on the road. You guys would stay back, and you and Emilio's kids, y'all always played music, and so it was almost naturally that you guys were gonna do music. Rigo, how old were you the first time you picked up a guitar or a bass and you could make sense of it? Right? I mean, I'm sure you're around instruments all the time, but where you were like, oh shit, I can do this.
Well, my cousins got into the Beatles whenever I was like 7, and so they always played, and I would just like slap my lap, not knowing what to do.
Play the spoons,
play my body, be like that. But I knew a couple chords, and then it wasn't until middle school where I didn't want to play football anymore. After 7th grade, I didn't want to play football anymore. And my dad's like, well, I need a bass player, so whenever you were going to go out and practice for football, you got to come and practice for bass. And I would be at home watching TV. Boom, pissed
boom,
off.
Boom, 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 boom.
I had the wrong notes. He was just playing like that.
Pissed.
And I go,
Pissed.
hey, those 2 hours that you were going to practice for, because his mom, she wanted to be the mom that would to wear
the mom. Sorry, mom.
And all that.
Because she's from Pleasanton, Texas. She was born in Three Rivers, actually, but she lived in Pleasanton.
He ruined their dreams. And I go, I need a bass
Small
player.
town girl.
I need a bass player. Those 2 hours you have practice every day, you're going to practice your bass every day.
I did. So I did that, and I mean, it was cool, man. I did that about 13. I started with Dad. I was out on the road with them. My best friends were the 30-year-old musicians that were on the road with us. So I had to like mature really quick, I had to mature really quick.
Hell yeah.
And then it was cool. I mean, after that, I went into Grupo Vida for a little bit. I played bass with them. And then we started Remedio, and then we started doing our own thing with Destiny. And ever since then, I mean, I've just learned so much along the way. And then I went to UT, and I made a lot of musician friends over there, and I got to learn a different market. And it was really cool, man.
Joel Guzman was his teacher.
I did a conjunto class over there.
With Joel Guzman?
Joel, man, he's a beast.
So Rigo, I've always wanted to ask you, where the hell did you get the idea to wear mariachi pants when you perform?
That was because we were in Mexico.
Little Joe did
Little Joe did it first. But we had done the Preferida Mariachi. And he was singing. So he had the full traje.
Yeah.
And then one day I was like, dude, don't wear your jacket. Like, that looks dumb. You already wore it so many times. So then he changed his shirt. And
You're so mean, Destiny.
Well, I'm just trying to be real. I'm just trying to make it look cool. And then Cristian Nodal started doing it too, right? Like everybody
copied me after that.
Yeah. But Little Joe did it first.
No, I
got you.
Little Joe is.
Little Joe didn't even wear a shirt.
Hey, dude, I just saw him with a shirt. Mark sitting here, he's like, dude, the only guy, one that can get away with wearing this shirt and nobody will say shit.
Cut off shirt,
it was a striped shirt, like silk, but it was a solid silk, see-through silk. Solid silk, see-through silk.
Yeah, Joe.
And I told Mark, if you find one, get me one. I'm wearing the shirt.
Hey, Little Joe's a legend, man.
Rigo, if you're just hanging out by yourself, dude, maybe with your friends and Destiny finally gives you a break, right? Lets you hang out. What's some of the things you like to jam?
Or
just
this past week, man. Just this past week, I just met Vinny Tovar. I don't know if you know him.
Vinny, hell yeah.
Luke, our guitar player, he jams with them during the week. And Luke was like, hey, y'all come out to Thirsty Horse. And so I went out there, I sang a couple songs with him, and then he was like, hey, come to 151 with us. Vinny told me.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. So I was at 151 this past weekend with him, and I went up there. We did like No Te Vayas y Todo Para Que. We did a cumbia, and like people were dancing.
Yeah, dude, those little Chicanos get down on that country music, bro.
Man. And
fitted in flannels or flannels and fitted.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm working on some songs right now. Me and Destiny have been writing, and I've been writing too, and I got some stuff that I'm excited to record. So
back to my original question. What do you like jamming. if
I'm jamming?
If you're half a tequila bottle in.
Oh.
What's coming out of Rigo?
The
saddest songs.
The what?
Saddest songs.
Luis Miguel.
John Sebastian.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, live from Bumpers Wacky Wednesday.
This one.
Yes, live from Bumpers Wacky Wednesday on the
I
spot.
screwed myself on this one.
He's not even a full drink in.
I'm not even a full drink in.
Mr. Rigo Navaira.
Yeah, I'll do country.
Yeah, there you go. Whatever you're comfortable doing.
Here we go. I've been watching you stare at the floor That guy's got 2 left feet. I might be wrong, but you must be bored. You look like someone I'd like to meet. I can walk over and say hello, but I think I need one more drink. Looks like you might be getting ready to go. Better find some words quick now, let me think. Well, if things don't work out by the next song, and you're looking for someone who can dance, I'll be right over there by the jukebox, quarter in my hand, trying to buy myself a chance. Yeah!
Damn, bro. We need you by the campfire, Rigo.
Yeah,
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that kind of campfire song. That's
When we were trying to think of names when Rigo was born, my great abuelito, his name is Rodrigo. And I said, man, I want that. I wish that was named. I would always tell my mom, could we all name me that? Why'd y'all name me Raul for? And I wanted Rodrigo. So when Mijo was born, Rodrigo. And their mom didn't like it too much, but I want Rodrigo. I said, the only reason I want Rodrigo because I heard white people say it before. White girls. White girls.
Just
So
explaining.
Strategy of white.
And you're explaining this to your wife, Lolito.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
saying, yeah, because the white chicks will say, Rodrigo. Yeah.
Nah, but I kind of like it. I do like that.
Oh,
That's fun.
man. Hey, Enrico, I was impressed. And so for the people outside of the state of Texas, he just sang a cover of a guy, maybe you've heard of him, maybe. And I'm going to be real with you guys. A lot of artists that we're like, what do you mean you don't know Randy Rogers?
Yeah.
A lot of people, they don't. You go to Florida and say Randy Rogers, like, what? Who?
Dude, I was talking to my cousin Emilio, and I was like, I've never seen I've seen like a Mexicano or Tejano listen to the intro of Naciste para mí, right? And it's from a Boston song.
Yeah.
I was like, but I've never seen like a gringo or like a white person hear the Boston song and be like freaked out whenever they hear my uncle's.
Oh,
Start
sorry.
Yeah, so I've only seen the Mexicanos freak out when they've heard Boston.
When they hear
the Boston
and
song.
not
Yeah.
Our friend Gumarro, shout out to our good friend Gumarro Vasquez. He says, I was named after a corrido. Oh, man. Shout out to Vanessa Salinas Sanchez, Fela Sanchez, all our Milwaukee fans.
Hey, I saw that my little sister commented on here. She's watching. She really is watching now.
From
Lauren
New York?
Paz Navaira.
From Brooklyn. In Brooklyn.
She's in Brooklyn.
Hello to Brooke from Brooklyn.
I got you.
Yeah.
Raulito, what was one of the very first songs? Like, there's the other baby.
I really came to hold the babies. I'm just letting you know that.
Raulito, what was the very
You got a
first
baby
song
factory,
that you can remember, seeing Destiny and Rigo, and you're like, hey, they know the whole song, like words and all. Do you remember?
I think it was what is it? The
Halloween.
duet? No, with Kid Rock and
Picture. We used to sing Picture.
Oh,
when we were kids.
really?
yeah.
Wow.
That one. And
I
Rigo
think we
was
were
young.
I think I was like in 5th grade and Rigo was like in
Rigo
second
was young,
and third.
and he would do that raspiness. Like,
No, my favorite part was the where Kid Rock screams. I was off to drink.
Rigo like 7 years old.
That was my favorite
and he's
part.
bending backwards. I was about to drink.
Oh, wow.
Look, I just want to say that shout out to my Aunt Yvette because she was the one who like promoted the dramaticness. And también my dad, like I remember being a kid and we would be at a party or something and they'd be feeling good and Destiny come sing or Emilio or Rigo or Diego, whatever. And at first you're a kid, like you're playing, you don't wanna go do that. So I'm like, singing like real like soft and he's like, start again, you can't be shy. You can't be shy. So there we were, like, that was just
Sorry, I'm bothering you, right?
Are you good?
a rule that we had, and they really promoted that. So by the time Rigo came around, he was dramatic as could be
I wasn't that bad.
as a performer.
That was fun.
Rigo was.
I was just gullible. I was gullible.
Yeah, anything you would tell this guy, you would believe you. Like, Anything.
Like
Hey,
there's a
so
dinosaur outside.
Rigo would be that
Like
kid,
that.
the one they do the TikTok or the thing they do with the blanket.
Yes.
And they cover him, and then they say,
disappeared,
"Oh, I
yeah.
can't see him. He disappeared." Rigo would be the kid crying. right?
Exactly.
That would be me.
Exactly.
No, they would tell me there's a dinosaur outside. I'd be like, what?
What color? Yeah,
Shout out
Rigo's
to Lucille
gullible.
Ortiz from Lido, Texas. Tony man, I'm gonna say this name wrong.
Where is it?
Butron. Right? Tune in from Saginaw, Michigan. And shout out to our good friend Madison Polido's watching. Shout out to
Hey,
Madison
Bumper,
Polido.
I just wanted to say that
Dale.
the 26th and 27th of this month,
Uh-huh.
we're going, WellMed, my
Your company.
WellMed, the clinic, is going to be in Hondo, Texas from 8 to 5 all day long. We're going to be giving free health screenings, eye checks, glucose checks, blood pressure, everything free. Everything's free. We're going to have snacks and play games, and it's for the seniors, right? So we're inviting lo que es Hondo, lo que es Sabinal, Uvalde, all the surrounding
All the surrounding areas, yeah.
We're going to be at the community center there in Hondo, and it's fun, man. And, it's good to see all these seniors, man, really, really healthy, and, and it's good to help them because, it's raza with all this Medicare, Medicaid, that the rules change. And I was probably the same way, but it's... you got to find out about all that stuff because it's beneficial.
It's a great
to you.
resource.
Yeah,
Dude, like I've been to a couple of his events with them, and it's funny. It's a trip to see. He walks out, and like you see all the old people go crazy.
Yeah, right?
One
Put
of
a
the-
rock star
One of
status.
Like-
the first times that they did it, he threw out his hat because he was so excited because everyone was like, "Yeah!" You would have thought for real Elvis walked in the building, right? And so he
I
throws
need that
out
hat back.
he throws out his hat, and I'm like, "Someone's gonna fall! Like they're gonna
Break
get
their
hurt!" I was so scared.
Hey, Old Man River.
Hey, we give it a little chingas. That's mine.
Old Man River, zip it or I'll break your hip.
Hey, Bumper, canes in the air. Walking.
Hey, but you know what, Alito? I follow you. Alito killed a whole day, almost a half a day with me. I was bored I was working in Georgia. Remember I told you?
Oh,
And
yeah,
that was
yeah,
live,
yeah,
and
yeah.
we did a live for like 4 hours or
Oh,
something, right? But it's great to see that you do that for the community, right? I just saw the other day. Shout out to our good friend Lucky Joe. Lucky Joe, he went to a senior center and he plays live because what do they do all day?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's great to see that you're involved with the community of Arlito because they need that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and it's good to pay back because back in the day when we were on the road and everything, they were at their prime. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they remember
They
all
remember.
that stuff. And plus, I was at my prime too. Not that I'm not.
I'm still in your
But-
prime,
Hey,
dog.
Arlito,
You're
but
still
when
in
they
your
want to take a selfie, it takes a while, right?
Yeah, let me do it for you.
Yeah.
Flip the
No,
camera.
but you know what? It's so gratifying. It's gratifying to see that you bring a smile to the people, and not just me. The people that are around me, the staff. We give out. Sometimes we got fruit. We give out fans like in the hot weather.
Yeah.
And it's just so nice. They appreciate it, And in Hondo also we're gonna be giving away free flu shots for the seniors. So that's gonna
¿Qué
come on
más
down.
quieres?
Los que no pueden ir, los que no quieren salir del rancho, but we're just right there, man. So
Go
come on
get
down.
go get checked.
Go get
get
checked.
checked.
Free,
Another
free.
song.
Gratis.
Yeah, let's do a song. Let's do what song you want to do, Des?
We're gonna do some from the EP from the.
Dale, let's go. Let's
So
do it.
This song was the reason that we thought of this idea because I love this song. My dad wrote it, and it wasn't like it was popular, but it wasn't like como le haré or nothing like that. So this one was one of my favorites, and
Hey, all my songs were popular.
I knew he was gonna say that, but it's one of my favorites, and I don't know what happened to him back then, but he was very hurt, and I tell him, "You're a poet. This is such a poetic song." So I slowed it down. It's mariachi on the EP, so it's called Manana.
Oh, hey, ladies and gentlemen, get your shots right now. You're gonna need it. I promise you.
Triste estoy porque lo que yo soñaba, lo que me imaginaba, se acaba mañana.
has ido con él y eso es porque todo para mí se acaba mañana. Ya no tengo razón para vivir si piensas en irte con él mañana. Mañana se me acaba mi futuro. Mañana para mí es difícil. Mañana te casas con él. Mañana, mañana se me acaba mi futuro. Mañana para mí es difícil. Mañana te casas con él.
Mañana.
Man, bro.
Mira, that's why I'm young.
That's one of my favorites, Dan, and I think the words are so, to me, it's just such a beautiful story. It's a sad story, but I mean, to feel
But
that.
how many people have lived that right there?
Right, and that's what I told him, because that's what I said would happen to you.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so that's one of my faves. Go check it out. It's on the EP, Las Letras de Mi Padre.
I recommend not because they're my kids, and because they're my kids. I recommend
because they're your songs.
Yeah, and they're my songs.
So he needs the
royalties.
Shout out to a good friend of mine, Bacon Vela, in the house. You know Bacon?
No.
He plays accordion.
And
He
eggs.
plays.
Bacon and eggs.
Yeah.
And eggs.
So that song, and you know what else, Raulito? Until I'm gonna be honest with you, and people are gonna be like, you're supposed to be some kind of Tejano
Guy.
person that knows it, right? Well, I don't.
Well, let's kick
Chente
your
Barrera.
ass.
No.
Chente Barrera.
There was a lot of those songs. I didn't know that you had wrote those. You know what I mean? Until I started seeing some of your other interviews you've done, and then when I had you here and we talked about it, like when you left that, I was like, dude, all those songs that I was singing at the top of my lungs in my room, laying down in my bed, like, fucking Raulito wrote those songs, bro. Right? And you like to write that song, Mañana. Like, how long did it take you to write that song?
Just sometimes, they would come to me right away, 10, 20, 30 minutes. And then sometimes it would take days to write them. And the ones that took days,
They're not that good.
hey, all my songs are good. No, but they weren't as popular as that. The ones that just, like Reda Fortuna.
Yeah.
We were coming back from Laredo or Corpo, somewhere around there. And back in the day, Las Norias, the aceite, you would see them.
Yeah.
Right? In the ranches and all this, they had a lot of lights on them at night. And my mom and dad had come with us. So we had the windows open of the bus and we're going, and Mom goes, mira, parece una Reda Fortuna. And I just, ding. Una Reda Fortuna. And then right there.
And then
By the time we got home, I had the whole song. And then Júrame, Emilio, we were in Delray. I remember this like it was yesterday. We were backstage, I think on our break, and we're laughing and joking around and all that stuff. And then all of a sudden, like everything just went quiet. And Emilio turned around and said, "Hey, Ralph, write a song with the word Júrame on it." And then we went back to partying and whatever.
He just blurted that out.
Like everything.
What the?
When you have good ideas, you have to just spit it out. You have to.
Pinche right field, am I? What?
Yeah, and I didn't take it like that though. I just said, "Oh, okay." And then we're talking again, and like the next day we wrote it. I wrote it, so it just comes.
It does. It comes out like there's times where something causes the song, like an emotion or something, but then there's times that, like you said, somebody can just give you an idea. Like one of the songs we have on the second album is called Vamos a Echarle Más. And my dad was like, we need to write a song like about something that they say in Monterrey, about something that they say in Mexico when they're partying. And we called a friend. He said, we said, what do you say like when you want to go party? And he said, Vamos a echarle más. And we wrote the song like on the way to Corpus. I think we were going to Corpus.
Échale, you know.
So like
Just like that,
it
that
just
quick.
comes out sometimes like that.
And ya no me pones atención. We had played with the Palominos. Palominos had just started in Eagle Pass, Texas, right? And
Where we'll be on tomorroher
Oh yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
play.
we're gonna plug it. Yeah, puro
and,
lucky
we had
eagle.
played, they opened up for us. They were just starting out, and they're badass. And we were all talking together, me, James, Johnny, Emilio, and we were talking by the bus. And this fan man came and said, "Hey, Emilio, Palomino, que no se les caiga la bandera." And that stuck with me. I go, hey, that's a good saying for a song. And I wrote, ya no me ponen atención. No se me ha caído la bandera de
God,
todo.
that guy's
So
probably
guys, that's telling you when you're around Olito, be careful what you say
And I'm
because it
looking
might
for
be
the-
on the radio.
Look what Ruben just said. I try to give them ideas, but
No,
no.
they never take them. Shout out to Ruben, man.
Shout out,
Awesome,
Rubes.
awesome guy. Shout out to Chris FM. He said those 10-minute songs where you just like write down something. Sometimes, you know, I've had Juan Trevino in here, you know, and Juan, like he's like, dude, sometimes it just like
It comes out.
or you know, Jesse Turner's like, you know, I've gotten up in the middle of the night and it's like I gotta go either record it on the phone, like record myself, or write it down because it might never come back to you
And you
again.
know what? You know what I'm so grateful for is that all my kids, all the Emilio kids, they have that gene. Emilio wrote great songs too. He just didn't dedicate his time to it, but he wrote Juntos. He wrote Naciste para mí.
Bailando
he wrote Bailando Contigo.
Who was Rey de la Pobreza one of y'all's, or
No, that was
Beto
Beto
Ramon.
Ramon.
That's
Hey.
a badass song.
That's a badass dude. That is. I told you before that's one of my.
But we never played it. I don't know why.
Dude, that song. Hey, I told Rolito one time they were in Beeville, and me and my tío, shout out to my tío Jerry, we were there and we waited and waited. And we were drinking and drinking and drinking,
Waiting for
and we
that
finally waited all the way to the front of the stage. And we looked at Emilio and we're like, Rey de la Pobreza. And Emilio was like, hell yeah, I got you. And we're like, Rey de la... Dude, I got on his shoulders to get their
Just on his
attention.
shoulders.
Every time they would ask, how come you didn't...
Dude, my
ran
tío's
out of
like
time.
6'2", 6'3". He's a big master, right? And even con eso, they were like, nah, we're not gonna play it. But he did point at me like, I hear you.
I
But
think
you
we
know what-
played that song and we should have played it more.
It is a great song.
But I think we played it maybe a handful of times, you know.
But like a lot of that too, like I remember being a kid and, you know, going around to the concerts around when El Rey de Rodeo came out. So at this time, they had already had like, you know, albums.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would be like, Pa, please play this song. And he would be like, we're not going to play that song.
They're not gonna play it.
Let's say it.
Somebody's asking, says, Bumper, can you ask Destiny please sing Interlude from her first
Oh,
album?
the
It's one of my
Interlude.
favorites from her, and it's very, very beautiful.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not
So-
gonna do the
Yeah,
crazy.
no. So this song,
Juan Trevino recorded
Oh,
that.
you see how that
Yeah.
works?
And so this song, my Aunt Yvette actually wrote this when my grandpa passed away for him, and I recorded it on the first album because it was just a good little like break from all the cumbia and the ranchera.
Yeah,
Took a
something
break
different.
and then continued with it. So this one's called the
You
Interlude.
copied
Whoever
from-
requested that.
Taylor Swift.
No, I didn't.
No.
I copied from esta Casey Musgraves.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, el Rolito throwing you under the bus quick.
He's the king of copycat. He's the king. Okay, let me sing this sad song real quick. Ready? Nos dejaste aquí, la familia sin ti, es tu amor que nos falta. Nos enseñaste a reír, nos enseñaste a vivir, nos enseñaste la vida. El retrato que miro yo, las memorias que pienso yo, el dolor que llevo en mi corazón, son las memorias porque no estás aquí.
Wow. So, if you guys
My
have
sister's
been
a
under
good
a rock,
Yeah, shout out to my Auntie Vet.
you know, shout out to Miss Yvette.
Yes.
But if you were under a rock the last 2 years, that beautiful voice right there was nominated for a Latin Grammy.
Yeah.
And you know what? The Latin Grammys, I was looking at my pictures earlier, and I was telling Ree, I didn't realize like all the people that we met there. And it's such an experience. To everybody starting out, make that a goal. Make that a goal because, in order to, when you're there and you're living it, you don't realize it until later.
And you go back and look at all the pictures.
But when you're looking at everything, I'm like, oh my, okay, this is a funny
Wait,
story.
tell the story about Rigo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we're on the red
Stupid.
carpet,
That was
right?
so
And
stupid.
who was it? Jorge Drexler?
It was Jorge Drexler. He's from Spain, I think, or somewhere from South America. One of those two. And he has an Oscar, dude. He won
like
6
8
Grammys,
times. Yeah,
6
he
or
won
7 Grammys
so
that
much
night.
Grammys.
He beat Bad Bunny that night. And he was on the red carpet, and he was living his moment, whatever. I went up to him and there's so many people around him, but I went up to him and I was like, hey, I was in New York because I was visiting Lauren. I was like, I was in New York when I saw you play with Natalia Lafourcade at Carnegie Hall. I was like, dude, you're awesome, man. And meanwhile, there's this guy in like an orange like suit and he has a hat on and glasses and he's
Bumper?
Bumper, right? And whenever I said that, he just he was like, oh, thank you so much. He was busy and so he left and he went forward and the guy behind him hit me on the arm like he was like, that was a badass show in New York. That was a badass show. And I was just like, yeah, it was badass. Turns out that was freaking Elvis Costello, man. And I was like, I have the video too, and I sent it to my cousin Emilio and Diego because they know more about that.
Dude?
They know more about that. No, and then I was just like, oh, okay, whatever.
Rigo didn't know who you were.
I kind of blew him off. Not blew him off, but I was just like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. If I would have known it was Elvis Costello, I would have been I loved you in Austin Powers. That's the only thing I really know him from.
No, then my nephew said, oh, that's cool. Rigo's so cool that he blew off
Elvis Costello.
Oh, yeah, and then Ruben says, tell him about the story about Jesus and us yelling at Rigo.
Oh, yeah, So we're on the red carpet and I'm like done. My feet are done. I'm done. Like I just want to go sit down already. And Ruben's like 20 more minutes, right? So we're there. Rigo's walking on the other side and I see him and I'm yelling at him. I'm like, Rigo. We're yelling.
Screaming at
On
me
the
at
carpet.
the red carpet, dude,
Now-
in Vegas, screaming like mad, like, Rigo! Like that. And Destiny, both of them.
Ruben. Well, because the one, the only Marco Antonio Solis was literally right in front of me.
Yeah, dude. So
And
I
was
turn
trying
around to
his
get mad at them,
attention.
right? I turn around to look at them and be like, what are you doing? So I turn around and right when I turn around, he's literally where you are. And he passes by me and I'm like,
Did he have like a aura?
Yeah.
Like a
It
gold
was
aura?
like Jesus, man. He's
First
Jesus.
experience red carpet. Now I know what to do if we ever go back.
Yeah.
It was a really cool experience, man. We got to thank you for Manuel Herrera, our producer from Monterrey. He got us into the Sony party, man. And Destiny, pobrecita, she was so tired. She had been up since 6 that morning, running around, doing everything. So she was there for a little bit. But man, Nicky Jam was dancing on the table. I got to talk to Carlos
Nodal.
Vives, Christian Nodal. I got to talk to so many people.
Jesse
and Joy were there.
Melissa the
Matisse. And I was like, okay, D, you can go. I was like, I want to talk. I want to talk to these people.
You want to talk or you want to party?
I want party and talk. So then I went to the bar. I was like, okay, I don't really have too much fun, so I'll just buy one drink and that's it. So I had my wallet out and I was like, I'll take a Jack and Coke, please. And then they're like, they saw me taking out money and they're like, no, it's open bar. I said, make it a double.
But you know what? Going back to the Grammys, that was such an honor. Definitely on my bucket list. I'm glad we lived it. We're looking forward to hopefully getting back soon. And now, continuing this year, actually, the voting's open till the 17th. We're nominated again at the Tejano Music Awards for Female Vocalist of the Year, Album of the Year, and Collaboration of the Year.
So if you haven't voted, go vote for Destiny.
Go vote, please, and just support everybody who's on the ballot. I mean, like I said, it's this year to me is pretty interesting because it's female vocalists. It's me, Isabel, and Monica. So it's new artists completely. We went in 2021. You guys have
and
it's not new artists.
Who's been doing it longer?
I think me. I think I'm the one. I wasn't. They've been doing it longer as far as them being solo artists.
Yeah.
But I'm older than them, so I've been in the music probably a little bit longer. But I think it's cool that, we're not new. We are new, but we're not new. I mean new in the fact that we're not Elida, we're not Shelly.
Been doing this?
Hello.
I've been doing this for about 3.5 years.
Where you brag,
you see, 3.5 years.
Somebody actually asked me about you, and they were like, "Look at Bumper, like he started this thing, and now it's this." And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, it's come. We
started in the kitchen, and now
I can't remember who asked me.
Let's go back. Let's go back.
So if you guys don't know, my wife is cooking some good carne asada and some rice and stuff. And so, yeah, Ruben, you missed out. But
He'll come.
He's down the street.
He'll show over in a minute.
He's down the street.
But no, and Lolita was like, "Fuck it, let's just do the show from right here, bro. Let's do it from right here."
Hey, Bumper, I was gonna ask you a question.
Okay,
You're from Beeville, Texas.
I am.
Right. Okay. And I saw a picture of you today on Facebook. Pero traes la tapita and your guayabera and your khakis and all. I don't remember anybody dressing like that from Beeville. O sí, había.
No, yeah,
Really?
Beeville. But
Or is that your California when you were in California?
That's a little bit like I like my people always make fun of. They don't make fun of my style. Like, dude, I don't get it. Like, you're wearing Vans with the guayabera, right? But to me, it's I do that because that's me. Because I'm an old soul. So that for me,
Pero cuando estabas en
but when I
Beeville,
was in Beeville, when I was
okay.
back in Beeville, I just wore whatever was cool. Like, you know what I mean? For a while, I used to wear boots and hats, but I ripped my plantar fasciitis, whatever. So my boots, I couldn't do them anymore. So I always just continued to wear. And when I lived in California, I always wore Vans. So somebody asked me in Milwaukee, like, dude, I'm trying to figure you out. Like you have like from here up, you're an old dude, and from here down, you're a young dude.
I saw today, it was estilo California.
Yeah, for sure. I was wearing the khaki plaid shirt.
Yeah.
Funny story with that. There was a dude wearing the exact same shirt at the festival, right? And Lucky Joe's like, "Hey, un saludo para mi amigo Bumper." And this dude jumps up, and the people are like, "He's right here." So, dude, there's 10,000, I don't know how many thousands of people up there. Yeah. So Lucky stops, and he's like, "What? Wait a minute. What the?" He goes, "Bumper, you got a stunt double out here, right?" It was
and
funny.
the guy and the bajo player from Johnny Martinez when we played with them at the rodeo.
He
looked exactly like you.
Because we came in through the back, right, and you could see the stage, but just the back of the stage. And I saw the bajo player, and I go,
Bumper's all badass on the bajo.
I was that Bumper. And then I go, Rigo, I didn't know Bumper played.
Hell no, I don't play nothing, man. I don't play nothing.
Badass, man.
But it's just it's a little mix of everything. My I pretty much half my life I spent in California, and the other half here in Texas. But I've always been
California?
San Clemente. So it's Orange County, Southern Orange County, north of Camp Pendleton. But I brought that with me, and I'm still the same. I'm still kind of the same way. People know that. I can go somewhere.
You need to start a car club and dress like that.
Don't tell him, he'll be there.
He'll be there, right?
Yeah.
Well, I can go somewhere and wear a baseball cap, and nobody will say nothing to me. Or I can go with my hair brushed and some gel in it.
Yeah.
Nobody will say shit to me, right? But if I wear the hat, then people are like, "Hey, Bump, what's up?" I'm like, "Shit, I just saw you yesterday. You said shit to me." It's a logo. That's what it is. That's what it is. But where I was going with the whole Latin Grammy desk, I know we talk a lot. You're family to me, but I do go through music, and I kind of try to put my ear to it. You have evolved so much in such a. I know you said you've been doing this for a long time, but in such kind of a short time as far as album wise, your vocals right now are just unreal. Thank you. Like we've said this before on Bumper's Wacky Wednesday. There's artists that will not do what you just did. They won't do it. Yeah. Right? If they're not at a concert, you're right there. There's no filter. There's no. I don't have no effects over here. What you hear is what you get. And you know, I think a lot of artists, they don't, some artists just don't do that. But with you doing that, like, it just proves my point. Like, your voice has evolved so much, and it's just gotten so, gotten so much stronger.
Well, you know, it's been when we first started, you know, with Preferida, I didn't have any vocal coaching when we recorded, because it was literally me, Mike Aguilar, and Rudy. Like, that did that record. Luke and Rigo came in a little bit. My dad came in like the last day. And so I just kind of, I'm more of a live singer. I get more across when I'm live in front of you. I'm working on it in the studio, but really I've only been in the studio to record really 4 times. And so, you know, I try to take from each person that I record with. Gibby Velasquez, when we first recorded with him, I was scared, but
just the name scared.
Yeah, so he gave me little tips that I still, you know, carry with me. And then the second time, you know, Dad kind of coached me as much as he could. And then I was so blessed for the second album. Big shout out, un saludo a Poncho Herrera, que es mi productor de Monterrey. He's also a vocal coach, and he's just really shaped my voice as well. He what he does is he lets your natural voice come out, but he kind of, it's not even that he tells you what to do. It's just like he looks at you and I'm like, okay, yeah, I could do this better. Or, you know, he gives you an example, or he just says a phrase a certain way, and it opens your mind to like. And this guy Poncho,
he recorded Emilio after we had he had done the next album.
La persona de mi vida.
Yeah, La persona de mi vida, and you can tell. I mean, even Emilio, after the wreck and everything, you know, he needed help, but you can hear the quality of the way he pronounced and all that stuff. Right. You know, so
this guy Poncho, he's awesome, man. He recorded vocals for he did background vocals for Intocable for their album that has Tu Adios No Mata. Mm-hmm. That's him in the back. Dame un besito. That's him too. He's worked with Pesado. He's worked with so many
big times.
Yeah.
Big timer.
And his grandfather is the composer of Volver, Volver y Hermoso Cariño.
I remember you saying that. So, like, he has the lyrics right,
and he
written down somewhere.
Palomo too.
Yeah. He just went.
Raulito, speaking of that, do you have any of those papers?
No, he doesn't.
No,
absolutely not.
Damn it.
Hey, ¿qué dices? They're all up here.
You know how many breakfast tacos I would have bought?
You're feeling good, and you can have it or whatever. You know, it's just I'm not that type of person. I wish I was.
Yeah.
Because I think about it.
Organized?
Organized. I think about it and I say, man, I remember when I used to, whatever happened to that? Oh, yeah, I gave it away.
Give it away over
Bumper,
here.
I got to give a shout out. Mike Torres Jr. from California. He's the dad of Mike Torres.
Yeah, man.
From La 45.
From La 45.
I got to give a shout out to La 45, man. They've since we came back, they like opened their doors to us. They have that studio right there by Jaime's place.
I know exactly.
So much fun, man. So shout out to John, shout out to Mike, man. They've been
Dez was just in there the other day.
A lot. Yeah.
Dez. Shout out to Dez. El Gallo Dez. Shout out to Shelly.
Let's sing another song.
Let's sing another one. Let's sing another one off the.
You do one, Dad.
Which one?
Or I do another one.
Do one more and then we'll do one more.
Let's do Remedio. Yeah. This one is the reason why our group is called Remedio. Remedio de Amor, which was one of our favorites. So we changed it a little bit. It's a little, to me, I think it's a little Karin Leon style that we did. So,
with the baggy or without the baggy pants?
No, I like the tight pants.
Have you seen them lately with the baggy pants?
I like the tight pants.
Have you seen them dancing with the baggy pants? We'll show you after the show.
Okay. Ya no me quiero sentir mal, quiero aliviar este dolor que me entregaste tú a mí. Siento que ya no puedo más, quisiera que regresaras para yo ya descansar. Tu retrato lo tiré, tus cartas las quemé y no me puedo olvidar. Tu recuerdo es mi dolor, siento que ya no puedo más, mi corazón va a fallar. Busco remedio de amor, un remedio de amor para ser ya feliz. Busco remedio de amor, un remedio de amor para aliviarme de
barato lo tiré, tus cartas las quemé y no me puedo olvidar.
Tu recuerdo es mi dolor, siento que ya no puedo más, mi corazón va a fallar. That's the most tequila song I think on there.
Hey, that's a strong song right
Yeah.
there. The
Thank you.
lyrics are strong.
I wrote this song with
how many
nobody
songs count? Do you know how many you've written
I tried to count. I think there's más o menos como 30
that were
that were his.
chart toppers?
Wow, yeah. Well, not all of them, but, you know, and I have a lot more that I wrote, but we never got to them. So,
Where are they?
I don't know. But
In his
I'm
head
just-
somewhere.
You know, I just don't, you know, I should too, write them down and all this stuff. And I got a couple of them, but
Your
it
first
was,
one was
with Emilio, it was just, hey, we got to do a record. Okay. And I'll start writing. All right.
Beatles, baby. That's how the Beatles did
I
it.
hate that.
Yeah, and you know, it was just a day by day thing, and you know, my brother, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be who I am, and it was a great life with him. I lived a great life, you know, and now I'm living it with the kids.
I think the best thing for me was that, you know, we got to grow up seeing it, and it was so natural. Like, nothing was ever forced with them. Like,
They didn't even
don't
practice.
worry about it. Like, we'll figure it out when we get there, which is bad sometimes. But, I mean, now that, you know, with my career, I think about things and I'm like, oh, why am I worried? Like, it's going to come out. I'm going to get it. Like, it's going to happen. It's just, I don't know how they, well, it's a little thing called Mr. Jack Daniels. That's how they did it.
Hey, Raulito, and on a serious note, man, you know, having talented kids, you know, you got a daughter at NYU in New York, you know, and this is a very serious question. You know, and I know you still you live on the south side of San Antonio. You know, your kids have all they've been out of the house. You know, you probably spend a lot of time sometimes, you know, by yourself or just thinking of stuff, you know, and has there been a moment where, you know, you have the radio on and you hear, you know, Des come across the thing and you just be like, man, like I'm getting choked up just asking you this. Like, have you just ever had that moment where you just like, dude, those are my kids right there. Like our name is going to live on. Like the Navaira name is being carried on. Have you had a moment like that?
Oh yeah, all the time, man. Every day. You know, I mean, I call them. I try to talk to them every day when they're in Mexico, and you know, it's just I think we're all like Siamese twins.
We're Siamese twins.
No,
What
that's
do
not
you
the
call
word.
it? What do you call it when you're a twin and you feel?
We have
Telepathic, you could.
Yeah.
Like,
Telepathy.
If he gets hurt, you can feel it.
Like
You feel
I'll
it.
feel
Tilapia.
something and I say, hey,
Tilapia.
you know, I'll feel something and I say, hey, you know what? I better call the kids. And you know, sometimes think everything's okay. Sometimes, oh, okay, that's why I call them because they were going through a problem or something.
Yeah.
But man, I'm just a big time. I believe in God. I'm big time faith. I have big time faith like you wouldn't believe, you know, and because of my family. You know, I have a great family. What did I do to deserve it? I don't know. I'm not a great, I mean, I love God, but I'm not like, I'm there every Sunday, you know, at Mass or anything like that. I'm just very blessed. Very blessed. And I'm not saying that we've had our ups and downs. I've had my ups and downs, but I always get through it, you know. I always come out on the other side.
Other side, yeah, man.
Yeah. So I think that's the way I live is the faith and the way we all live, the Navairas, you
for
know.
sure. It's been a lot. I mean, you know, now that I'm doing this, I think back and I'm like, dang, if I was my age now, I could have helped them do this. I could have helped them do that. The other day, I looked up the nominations. My uncle had 5 American Grammy nominations and 4 Latin Grammy nominations.
I didn't even know that.
They had 9 in total. Like, that's
that
amazing.
one year that Linda Ronstadt won. he was
was
in that
nominated.
one for Letras de mi Padre. Canciones de mi Padre. It was Linda Rodstadt, Los Tigres del Norte, Vicente Fernandez,
And Emilio.
Navaira.
Like, who does
And
that?
just stop to think about what you just said. Right? I mean, dude, Lila Ronstadt, Los Tigres, Vicente Fernandez,
but that's what I mean. Like, you know, a lot of it was they didn't even think about it, and you know, maybe it's just like I said, it was so natural. It was just a natural thing. I could see my uncle being like, "Oh yeah, we're nominated for that." Like he did it because it was who he was. It wasn't because I want to go to the Grammys or because I want to do this and I want to do that. And sure, he had goals, but like he genuinely did it, and they genuinely did what they did because that's who they were. Like they didn't know anything else, and so that's like something to see and something to reflect on when like you are getting caught up in as an artist. You know, getting caught up in, especially nowadays. Oh, I only have this many likes, or only so many people are following me, or I'm not verified, or like. Shit like that, like.
Ooh, if we had social media back then,
they
would be canceled.
They wouldn't be here.
They would be canceled.
Oh man, and Raulito, what is one of your favorite songs to jam or to sing?
I like them all. I just wish I could remember the words to all of them, man. I guess I'm at that age to where.
You've been at that age for a while.
Teleprompter de madre.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Teleprompter de madre.
Yeah.
Like I do some performances with Chente. By the way, this Saturday we're gonna be in Abilene, Texas at the Sears Park. Me, Chente Barrera, Oscar G, Sears Park at Abilene. But I do gigs with them, and we'll do all the Amigo stuff. And like Pienso en Ti the other day, I was like, I couldn't remember the first words. You know?
I got a question.
I had a bike when I was growing up, and I won second place in the bicycle rodeo with it. But my dad had put it together, and you would right when you were going fast, it would skip.
It would slow down.
The pedal would skip, and that's where I'm at.
That's how you felt?
That's where I'm at right now.
There you go.
That's
It's
bicycle.
skip. So, my uncle from Woodsboro, Texas.
Woodsboro.
Right? You know what Woodsboro is?
No.
Woodsboro is like, you know what Woodsboro is?
You reckon there's a coon dog in the chicken coop?
Yeah, Woodsboro, Texas is right next to the Refugio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Off the 77,
Yeah.
right? He said, McCullum Cowboys or Harlandale Indians?
What a cowboy.
Hey, we're undefeated right now.
Yeah, we are undefeated.
Hey,
We're
it's
undefeated.
only been 2 games. Only 2 games.
relax.
Slow you. Yeah, van a comenzar. You're talking about McCullum or you're talking about
Both.
the Dallas Cowboys?
McCullum, both.
McCullum's undefeated, dude. You know how long it's been since they won a game?
There you go. And now they're undefeated.
They're undefeated.
All right, that's what I'm
También,
talking
Bumper,
about.
I want to give a big shout out to, you know, my dad. He's a jack of all trades. Like he said, he works with WellMed. And to me, it's so funny. He does WellMed. You know, he's a songwriter, singer. Well, right now we're working with a group out of Monterrey that's called Health Sin Fronteras. They started my reality series. We've been taking a little break because we're back in Texas and we're figuring out everything. But I have been working with them. And what it is basically is a lot of times, you know, medical care here is expensive if you don't have insurance, even if you do. And so these guys, what they do is, you know, if you would like to go get things done or medicines and things, they bring you from
New butt.
anything you want.
New talent.
A new chest.
Pets.
Pants.
If you want,
it's
and
called,
it's also, you know, like your dental work. Let's say you have to receive treatment, like, I don't know, chemo or whatever, and it's just more
Cheaper over
affordable
there.
there. What they do is they connect you with the doctors, the circuit of doctors that they have. And like, if you fly, they pick you up. They have facilities where your family stays. It's a connection. It's called medical tourism. And big shout out, un saludo para la familia Perez.
Their slogan is Nunca estás solo.
Yeah, nunca
You're never alone.
They're never gonna leave you alone. That's what they say. So
Roger Aguilar. You know Roger Aguilar?
I don't know.
He's a guy who won a T-shirt on your very first show with me,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
But it stayed right there, like hanging forever. We were supposed to meet up, never get into it. So
Sorry,
he's
Roger.
like, Bubba, I'm still waiting for my dad. Hey, I think I got it on, Roger.
He robbed you. Roger, send me your address and we'll get you
Oh
a
my
shirt.
goodness.
But but no, I mean, those shout out, saludos a La
Health
Familia
Sin
Perez.
Fronteras.
Health Sin Fronteras, they've been
And
helping
we
us a
also
lot.
just did a show that you were there as
Yeah,
well.
thank you
for
They,
showing,
they were
bro.
I
the
got to see the debut show. I was saying the second
Beraca
time.
Entertainment también. They're one of our sponsors, and we're gonna actually be doing that show in October in Monterrey.
That was awesome, man. You had Ram there to see your dad. Hey, your Lolita Navaira show days came back. I seen that. De repente, like you didn't lose a step, bro. And speaking of sponsors, man, I got some sponsors of our own. You know, they allowed me to do Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. I couldn't do it without these guys. Shout out to my good friend, Mr. Ricky Ray, the realtor. What does he always say?
He said something. What does he say?
Puro flow.
Puro flow.
Puro flow. Ricky Ray, 956-424-5724. Right? If you're looking to buy, sell, or, you know, rent your home, if you got bad credit, you're trying to fix your credit to buy yourself a house, hit up my buddy, 956-424-5724. Ricky Ray, let him know Bumpers Wacky Wednesday sent you. And then after you get your house, you need security, you need solar panels, you need anything like that. And you get to have a beautiful Tejano female artist in your home as well, Miss Di Marie. You can hit her up at 210-837-8623. That's 210-837-8623. She can get you all the cameras you need. Again, solar panels if you got a new home. With the way this heat's been lately, and you want to save some money, hit up my girl Di Marie. She will definitely take care of you. Also, my good friend Joe Almaguer, I'm gonna get his name right one day, right? Joe Almaguer. Did he ever call you? Live. Did he ever call you? Right? Shout out to Joe Almaguer. 956-693-9035. He's a social media manager and he makes graphics. If you're an artist, you're an up-and-coming artist, you're trying to figure out this thing that we call an algorithm. This dude has it all figured out for you. He has the formula. Right? He's the magician behind the www dots.
And the tick,
ticks, right?
Tickety-tocks.
He can make you very popular, man. Hit up my boy, Joe Manuel. If you have a small business, you're looking for a new logo, anything like that, hit him up. But you got to make sure you tell him that Bumpers Wacky Wednesday sent you. 956-693-9035. Also, right, while we're at it,
the
Gipster, man, my buddy Gibby, Gilbert Alamán. If you're looking to, if you're an artist, you want some merch, right? He can make anything and everything, and just I mean, call him and he'll tell you what he can do, man. Gilbert Alamán, 832-546-5856. And for all my veterans out there, and I know we have a lot of veterans that watch Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. You've been fighting the VA, trying to get your percentage up for your disability, or you just got out, you're trying to transition into the civilian world. Hit up my boy, retired Sergeant Major Oscar Ornelas. You can hit him up at 951-388-4072, or you can rewind. You can take a picture of this code here, and it'll give you all his information. You can hit him up. He will help you. He will help you get what you deserve, what you rightfully deserve. He's a very good guy. Again, a retired Sergeant Major, United States Marine Corps. And make sure you let him know that Bumpers Wacky Wednesday sent you. And like I said earlier, La Familia Mancha. I'll be out there next, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. I'll be out there in Gibsonburg, Ohio, with my good friends Grupo Asalto, Los Hermanos Tejano Sound Band. It's going to be a good time celebrating 16, a week later, but it's still all good out there in Gibsonburg, Ohio. If you haven't got your tickets, make sure you get them now. And yours truly, I'll be out there, so come by and say what's up, man. Also in Del Rio, Texas, 16 de septiembre, coming up, brought to you by our good friends at Brown Plaza. My good friends, Grupo Macizo, one of the headliners there for this weekend's, or next weekend. Is it this weekend? This weekend's events. So make sure you guys go out there. If you're in the Del Rio area, go out there and check them out. If you go out and see Macizo, tell them you're there because you saw Bumpers.
Un saludo para los primos, para Cuyo y para Brian.
Yeah, all our friends.
No, they're our cousins for real.
They are?
For real, for the reals.
Everybody in Pearsall, Daly, Cotula. I can't marry nobody from there because
they're all cousins.
They're all primos.
So all the Ramirez's.
So maybe we should do a
family tree,
a collab. A collab.
Yeah.
Destiny Macizo.
When we had the wreck, my primos helped me out a lot, man. They took me all over the place, and we played Florida, we did Detroit, Michigan, we did all of Texas, and they took me to work with them, and just a big shout out. They were there for me.
They're
when I
awesome
needed-
people,
yeah.
man. They're awesome people.
My dad would always mess with them all the time. And one time I remember, what was it, Dad? Oh, you were just messing with Albert, right? With Cuyito. Like he would like mess with them like that, like push him like that in the bus. And Cuyito would be like, "You better stop, Ralph, or I'm gonna punch you. I'm gonna punch you in the stomach." He told him. And my dad, Necio, still going, "Hey, you're not gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing." And then wakala right in the stomach, dude, right there. Sas.
Because my primos are macizo.
Yeah.
Shout out to La Familia Aguilar. They're in the house. Saludos, La Familia Navaira.
Saludos at Arizona.
Good friend watching right now. A good friend of Raulito's as well. Mr. Rick Valderrama.
Tejano's not dead, baby.
Yeah,
Tejano's
ain't
not
dead,
dead.
baby.
Ain't dead. Oh, it's ain't dead. My bad.
Saludos from Sevi, Boo Real, and Rick Valderrama. They're all at Slack Monster Studios watching the show. That's what makes me that stuff right there. Gives me the warm and fuzzies for artists to continue to watch the show, and
Well, it's nice, and we want to hear all the cheese.
Let me tell you,
There
being an artist and still going on the road like Machete and those musicians and other artists, everybody watches your show, Bumper. Everybody, every musical.
Everyone.
Yeah,
Really?
We watched it in Monterrey.
Yeah.
We watch it over there.
And we make people watch.
Yeah,
Everybody watches your show.
Hey,
Ruben's house
just
would
to
make people
talk
watch
smack, right? ¿Qué chinga está haciendo Bumper?
Did you hear what they said?
Did you see what? Puro pinche bad.
Hey, and that's who? Who said that? Oh, you already said it. You've
I'm
been on the
just
road.
saying,
No,
that's
you
what
already
they
said.
say.
Throw him under the bus.
Who?
Ooh.
Chente.
No, Chet is the encyclopedia of
Tejano music. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he knows everything.
He
knows.
calls me, like, if I post something, he'll call me. No, he'll call me and be like, hey,
That's not right.
do you know the story behind that?
Hey, no. Rigo, the Wonders, where he asked the taxi cab, the guy.
Oh, yeah. Who played
Yeah.
clarinet in... Yeah. He asked him that question.
A jazz question.
That's
Chente.
Yeah, that's Chente because he knows all the answers. Who played?
Shout out to George Romero watching from Roswell, New Mexico.
Roswell.
That's where the
Watch out with them
aliens.
aliens, bro.
Hey,
Did you see Mexico?
Yes.
I was telling my dad today.
Hey, bro, but let's just
Let me
let's
just
touch
put
on
it in
it.
there right now. Puro pinche
Raulito.
Bumper.
But what a
Some
coincidence.
Mexicanos. Some Mexicanos, dude. You know how they love the cheese man over there? Big time.
Hey,
I mean, we do too.
but what a coincidence! It looks just like E.T.
yeah.
Exactly. It's like they took E.T.
Well, you
and they
remember
put him in some.
Well,
That movie, Paul, the Seth Rogen one, where he plays that alien. You don't remember that
yeah.
one?
He looks like that too.
Well, no, they said in the beginning that he was an alien from New Mexico, that they recovered him.
But
and this
how
was
come-
like in the 60s, and then Steven Spielberg starts talking to him on the
I
phone.
love talking.
and all
Don't
that
get
stuff.
let's say I'm another drama because I love talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
shit like
yeah.
this.
But how come it didn't come on CBS, CNN,
Because
NBC?
they don't want us to know.
Yeah, they're scared.
It's too, now we find
Okay,
everything.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh, don't get her started. He knows everything.
Oh man, ladies and
Listen to the
gentlemen,
song.
if this is your first time watching
that
Bumpers Wacky Wednesday, this is what we do every single Wednesday. We try to bring you some in-depth interviews with your best, with some of the best Tejano artists, and sometimes I go outside the Tejano realm, man. So you just never know who's gonna be here. What do you guys got?
Dad's gonna sing one.
This song was written by my dad, Emilio Navaira Jr. Everybody thinks that Emilio was junior. No. My brother was the third. My nephew's the fourth. My dad was junior. So if you go to the Alamo Dome, there's a street that goes under the bridge by the Bill Millers. You know
Yeah.
that bridge? There's a street that goes under it. My dad used to have his barbershop right there. And he used to give free haircuts to all the courts, Victoria courts that used to be there, and for Christmas and for the first day of school to all the little boys. So one of the city councilmen there named that street after my dad because the barbershop was right there. So if you go over there, you see Emilio Navaira Jr. Street.
Album cover,
Right?
Yeah, for
standing
sure.
right there underneath it with the thing in the back.
But he wrote this song. We recorded it. My brother recorded it with David Lee as a cumbia, but I made it into a balada. Te quiero tanto que si pudiera a todas horas contigo estar, así estuviera contenta mi alma, contenta mi alma, contenta mi alma y sin llorar, pero no puedo, por Dios no puedo darle una prueba de mi amistad, así estuviera contenta mi alma, contenta mi alma, contenta mi alma y sin llorar. Rigo, you freak me out with those chords at the
Thanks, man.
You know what's funny is like I know people are watching, right? And we're singing like this
Because you don't want to scream
because
it.
we're too loud.
Yeah, because you're loud.
I ate microphones for breakfast.
I eat microphones for breakfast.
I eat microphones.
Your turn, Bumper. Which one are you sing?
Yeah, Bumper, come on.
No,
Vicente.
no, yo no canto.
Estoy bien delicado.
Yeah, I like chicken
Solo como
nuggets.
chicken.
Puro chicken.
Puro chicken.
nugget, but sin salsita.
Sin
I
nada.
know it's how Bumper sings. Hey, baby, ¿qué pasó? You know that one. Come on.
Hey, baby, ¿qué pasó?
You take the
I
key.
thought I
I'm
was your only. That's the only part I know.
Hey, baby.
¿Qué pasó? Thought I was your only vato.
Hey, come on, he's still late.
Hey, baby, ¿qué pasó? Won't you leave me deseoso?
Come on, baby, yo te quiero. Let me see your cara linda.
See?
Don't you know que te quiero? Don't you leave me de ese modo. Hey, baby, ¿qué pasó? Thought I was your only. Shout out to Augie Meyer. Hey, baby, ¿qué pasó? Flaco Jimenez. Won't you leave me in un beso?
You know, I run into Augie every now and then. I eat at this place over here off of Warsbach Parkway and Nacogdoches. It's called Fidelos. It's like in a little parking lot. It's an ugly parking lot, but the restaurant's great for breakfast. But Augie goes in there. And just like maybe a month ago, I was with my buddy Rocky Beltran from Esteño and the Iconics. We went to go have breakfast. And I said, hey, Rock, you know who that is? He goes, no. I said, bro, Texas Tornadoes. That's Augie. What? And I Googled him and showed him. He goes, oh, shit, it is him. Well, he lives over here in this part of town. You know what I mean? So it was pretty good.
Somebody said it's gonna snow in San Antonio because you sang.
Yeah.
That's Fela. She's always trying to get me to sing. Fela, you know, Vanessa Selena's mom from Milwaukee.
Saludos.
Saludos.
Let's see. Turn on the fan bump. Ringo's sweating.
Ringo's
Are you
sweating,
sweating,
the
Ringo?
cold.
Because he's drinking that Cheetos.
Cheetos makes you sweat.
And I want to give a big shout out otra vez para todos que están viendo de Monterrey, para todos de México, para todos de Querétaro, para todos
San
de
Luis.
Puebla, San Luis, Saltillo, Coahuila, pues para toda mi gente de la República Mexicana.
Lo siento que no estamos hablando mucho en español
Sí,
ahora.
Pero vamos a hacer nuestro show en Monterrey
Así
en
es.
octubre. Y pues queremos decir que, ¿cómo se dice? Que aprendimos mucho viviendo en México. Eso es la verdad. Y pues,
Sobre de la cultura, la gente, la comida
pues
también.
y de la música y la vida, que vamos a estar pues viajando entre San Antonio, entre Monterrey, otras ciudades. Y pues va a seguir la familia Navaira en México. Para mí eso fue lo más importante que, cuando se murió mi tío, cuando se falleció, me sentía que mucha gente de allá no podía verlo, pues por la última vez. Y pues para mí es muy importante que podemos continuar eso allá y que estamos haciendo eso. Tenemos nuestras corazones siempre en Monterrey porque pues desde la primera vez que fuimos fue algo muy especial y pues es un gran parte de nosotros ahora. Y pues para ver el amor que tienen para mi papá.
Yeah, I was just about to say, cuando llega tu papá ya es como...
hombre,
como
es
Elvis Presley,
es
¿no?
otra cosa.
Hey,
Pero
comienza a
un
andar
saludo
así.
para todos de Monterrey, para todos de México. Muchas gracias por todo el apoyo y pues
No,
por favor.
but they got a pulga río over there. I used to go all the time with my friend. Mi compadre, un saludo para
Héctor Motemochi.
Motemochi de la colonia.
Ralph
La
Pesina,
Florida.
right? He's from
Ralph
Monterrey.
también,
Ralph
Pesina.
también, sí,
Saludos a Ralph.
And we would go to the pulga río, ¿verdad? Y pues back in the day, Raulito was running the pictures and all that stuff and signing autographs. And, you know, it was cool.
Yeah.
So this last time, 20 years later, y esta me vino con la cara bien triste. What's wrong, Dad? Well, no, I used to walk through this place. I couldn't walk because the people would stop me. The people would stop me and all that stuff. And
He was so sad.
now nobody recognizes me.
Not even
I
the
said, "You
lady
need
has
your
been
hat."
there.
He needed his hat on.
See, you needed your
No,
cowboy hat.
and then, Bumper, not even 2 minutes after I said that, this lady comes, "Tú eres Raulito."
He got all happy.
And all
I
haps.
go, yeah.
Y comienza.
I still got it
He
now.
got all happy.
Hey, what's another song off the album we haven't
Let's do. Ya no me pones. Ya no me pones atención que, I recorded that one with Lupita, which was awesome. We have a music video and everything. Big shout out to Lupita Infante. She's doing great things. If you're in the California
Hi,
area,
Lupita.
make sure that you check her out. Follow her on all social media because she is playing a lot of shows right now in California. So she's an amazing singer, amazing performer, and
We love
it was
her. She's
an honor
awesome.
to
to sing,
to record
yeah,
with her.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
just a great person. We instantly connected and we still talk to this day. So big shout out.
Before they start the song, we need you guys to do one thing. Make sure you share. You
Yes.
subscribe to Bumper's Wacky Wednesday. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the channel Bumper Gomez. You can catch all the interviews here. We try to bring you the best in la onda Tejana, and right here, you don't get no better than this right here.
Here we go. Ya no me pones atención. Ya no me pones atención. Te escribo cartas, no has contestado, mi amor. Te llevo serenata, me cierras la ventana y tú ya no me pones atención. Sé que todavía me quieres. Te lo miro en tus ojos. Mi corazón te pertenece y tú ya no me pones atención. No se me ha caído la bandera de tu amor. Como soldado sigo peleando por tu amor. No se me ha caído la bandera de tu amor. Sigo peleando hasta que muera. Oh, me pongas atención.
Yeah, hell
I'm the pyro.
That was awesome, man. That was awesome. And before I forget, un saludos to good friends of all of ours here, to our good friend Art from Los Conjunto Cats, right?
Yay.
Art
Shout
Campos,
out to the
man.
Conjunto.
He said, shout out to the Navairas. Super awesome family. Always been supporters of the Conjunto Cats and always looking out for us. God bless you, my friends, and saludos, Bumper.
Thank you.
Thank you, Art, man. It's always great to have you. I gotta have those. They were one of my
I
first
tried to
guests
steal
too.
Zeke, we tried to steal Zeke for a little bit because
From his dad.
Yeah, there's a time where we were looking for somebody.
Art, put your earmuffs on right now.
Yeah, I hit him up. Yeah, we hit him up. Both of us.
Hey,
Jesse
man.
and me hit him up. That's how you know.
You know what? It's some. Man, I'm gonna say it, and then somebody else is gonna do it, but it's all right. It's cool.
Just do it.
But you heard it here first.
Just say it. We'll
right?
kick their ass.
Well, you do it first.
I would love to have Zeke, Lil Nate,
Oh yeah, Lil Nate.
Lil Nate.
Rigo,
I tried to get him too.
Destiny, right? Lil Mel.
Lil Mel.
Why are they all
Do you
so
know- do you
little?
know-
Little,
Do you know
little,
the-
no, wait, listen.
What's the
Eddie
Little
Perez, Eddie Perez,
Little
Eddie, Little Eddie.
The other one.
Like,
Baby Aaron.
who?
Baby Aaron. You don't know about Baby Aaron.
Yeah,
do
I
you?
don't know about Baby Aaron.
He's a amazing keyboard
Little
player.
Miguel Hernandez, right? I would love to do a show with all those guys I named.
Oh, we're already gonna do that show.
Fuck!
That's what you call.
No, dude, but I honestly would love to do a show, a panel, right? That would be like a panel or like a Q&A, because you know what? That's you guys are the young face of Tejano music, right? And for a lot of fans, they don't know that.
It's cool to
It's
see,
sad
like-
to say, right? There's Tejano fans that don't know Desi Navaira.
Yeah.
They know Emilio,
Really?
they know Raulito. But when they hear the name Desi Navaira, they're like, hey, pues, ¿quién son de los Navairas?
Sí.
Right? And you, well, es hija de Raulito.
Yeah.
Really?
Everybody
¿Te
always
canta?
asks me, "Are you Emilio's
Hello,
daughter?"
look at their faces. Hello.
Everybody always asks me that. Are you Emilio's daughter? Are you Raulito's daughter? I'm like, come on, guys. Look at this face.
But no, I would love to do some like a panel and just kind of like a Q&A.
Yeah, I think that's one of the coolest things too. There's so many young musicians that love this music and are coming up, and it's thank God because it's hard. It's hard when you're a new band, especially, and young kids that are amazing.
Right.
They're amazing. When I don't even want to give him a shout out because I'm mad at him right now. But Luis Sanchez.
Oh yeah, Luis Sanchez. Luis Sanchez,
We
the
love
keyboard player.
Luis
You know,
because he's
you know
so
Luis, right?
great.
Louis
He
Sanchez.
always jams with Bitty Banda and with
Yes.
DJ
I know what you're talking about.
we were supposed to have him for
Tomorrow,
tomorrow's show, but
but
he
he
called me on
failed.
Monday. Congratulations to him. Honestly, no, for real. We joke around all the time saying like, Louis, you're jerk. But no, he's not. He's awesome.
Yeah, but
guy.
he's a great, he's one of the great younger guys that is coming up and can play anything.
And AB called him up, AB Quintanilla, and now he's with AB's band, man.
Yeah.
Man,
So it's awesome. It's
What's
awesome.
really cool about AB, I've seen him multiple times. He takes Mel off the drums and he brings Mel
that's
to
right,
the
Mel's with them too,
brings
huh?
Mel to the front of the stage and he schools him. He puts him like on a game show. Because Mel, right, is sobrino de Chente, right? It runs through his veins. But not only is he an artist, he is a scholar of our genre. He's always wanting to learn more. He knows the history. He knows the who's who. The older groups. Like he knows that. And so I think AB brings him up and like, hey, like you guys think Tejano or this music, like this kid, look out, he's 18 years old.
Yeah.
He knows all this, right? And so I always say that about Mel. Mel's an awesome kid. I'm so glad AB, snatched him up and he's playing with AB.
He's awesome.
He gets to see that other side of the world and that realm. So saludos a él. New Mexico loves the Navaira's family bumper. My good friend Carlos Padilla. Hey, we almost brought out the fire.
Oh, yeah.
We almost brought out
Is that him who gave it to you?
he's
He
the
gave
one.
it to you?
He's the one that
man.
sent it.
But you couldn't open it because it had too much tape.
So at the tape on there,
duct
right?
tape.
We did with the duct. He didn't want to make sure that it
También un
opened up.
saludo to the people that I've known for years. I know they're watching that have been great to La Familia Navaira since day one. First of all, Mr. and Mrs. Pee Wee Reyes from Midland, Texas. I don't know how they did it. Every time we would go play down there, they would be at work and we'd get there early and we'd give them a call and say, you know where the keys are at? And we just invade the house.
And hang out.
I think y'all did that in
And
a lot of
we
places.
waited for them for like over 20 years. Every time we played over there, we
That's
just
awesome,
man.
we would
man.
we just they'd open the house and we raid the refrigerator and everything. And I never knew this until I told Emilio. I go, hey Emilio, give him some money, because we had big boys, man, and we'd leave them empty with the refrigerator,
Everything,
everything. And Emilio said, no, I take care of it. But a shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Reyes, Pee Wee
Amazing
Reyes.
people.
And también para toda la familia Cervantes from San Marcos, Texas. Charlie and Sissy and Connie,
Oh, man, girlfriend?
Marianne,
Rachel.
all them Cervantes since day one. Followed the
Yeah,
Navairas all the
Costas.
time.
Yeah, Costas in Dallas.
Javier Acosta, big shout out to my compadre Javier. The way we met him, we played in Dallas, and it was a slow night, man. And I wanted to get home, you know. And this guy goes, "Come on, let's go to Waffle House. It's on me." And I told him, "No, come on, let's just go home." No, he says he's gonna buy for everybody. I was mad. So
And that for him
And
to
for
eat,
him to
that's
be
rare.
mad.
You're turning down the
It's
wall.
so
That's
awesome.
what
Yeah,
we're
come
doing.
on.
Because I wanted to get home already. I was already upset because it was a slow night.
Yeah.
And I think we had been on the road like 3 days already. And he goes down, the waitress goes down, and someone say, just bacon and eggs or a waffle or whatever. And I said, let me have 2 steak and eggs, because I was so mad.
Just eating for
¿Te lo
revenge.
chingaste los dos?
No, yeah. And my compadre took out his wallet and he goes, God dang, 2 bacon and eggs. Steak and eggs. 2 steak and eggs.
I don't think I ever told you this, but you know, since it's Bumper's Wacky Wednesday, and you know,
It's a Wacky Wednesday.
God damn it, it's not this way.
That Tito's kicking in.
No, but there's a moment, and I know you don't see these things, but for me, again, people forget that I'm just a fan, right? I'm a fan of the music. I grew up listening to you, and I think Rigo was in town, and he's like, "Come by," and you know, I got to go in the house that you grew up in, and for me, like, I was sitting on the porch with Raulito Navaira watching his son.
Or Bob's barbecue.
Barbecue with some wings, right? He was making some alitas,
I was
right?
making alitas,
And I left there. I drove home, and I was just like, dude, I just left the house that the Navairas grew up in, and I was just hanging out on the porch with Alita Navaira. And you know, people think already, you know, we've been doing 3.5 people like, Bumper, come on, you with Alita all the time. I see, yeah, but you back, like, people don't understand. For me, I still get that. For me, it's like, it's an honor, dude. Like I'm a true fan of the music. That's why I do what I do, and I'll continue to do this. But I just want to tell you, like, for me, I will treasure that for the rest of my life. That I got to spend.
And that freaks me out. That freaks me out because,
like, hey, we're just hanging out. Like, it's cool,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
That freaks me out because, you know, a lot of people, they come up to me, oh my God, I finally meet you. I've been on. And I just like, hello. I just like, okay. I mean, I'm happy about it, but
I always tell people, ask for the picture, because he gets hurt. Like he said, at Pulgar Rio, nobody asked him for a picture.
Yeah, no. And like, or I'll be around some of my friends, and Lolito, your dad will text me something, right? And, you know, I'll leave my phone, and somebody looks like, hey, bro, that says Lolito Navaira. And I'm like, what do you mean?
He wants
like,
the chisme.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, it's always something crazy, something funny, or just a joke he heard for the day, and he wants to tell me a joke, right? But they look, and they'll look at me like, hey, dude. I said, what's wrong? They're like, I think Raulito. Why are you looking at my phone, bro? I don't have Why are you looking at my phone? I don't have no friends. He's got to text Bumper in the middle of the day, right? No, but I treasure that. I'm being honest with you. I treasure that.
your friendship. And
you guys are family,
our fans
bro.
and the family and the people that come up. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing that how many people we touched with our music, you know, and it's a great feeling. Even with this well-meant stuff that I do, you know, or just people that come down, hey, I knew your abuelito. And because my Emilio Navaira Sr. used to sell cars here. He was one of the first
Hispanic car salesman?
Yeah, that sold brand new cars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Red McCombs worked for him for a little bit.
Damn.
What happened?
Right?
Dang it, Grandpa.
What happened? I think one of the cool stories that I'll take with me too is your dad told me one time, it's like, dude, my dad, like, he would cut the grass and he would wear khakis and the Stacy's that a lot of people don't know. For you guys don't know Stacy's, we're talking about Stacey Adams, the shoes that they're known for, like a pachuco look kind of, right? But San Antonio was popular for the tangerines. Like they were made for from here in San Antonio. And so you told me, like, my pops would go out there and cut the grass with khakis and his tangerines. I'm like, damn, homie, he's cutting the grass like that.
Ironed. Like, he couldn't.
My dad never wore shorts.
Yeah.
In his life.
Even to sleep, he would wear khakis.
Blue jeans. He never wore blue jeans. They were all Dickies. And that's it.
Dickies right here?
Yeah, khaki pants, Stacey Adams. That was Grandpa. And hot, and no air conditioning in his car. You take out the air condition.
I saw Tweet Juarez was on here. Shout out to Tweety, man.
Shout out to Tweet, Grupo Moneda.
Tweet was he was with the band. He joined whenever I was like 16 years old, 17 years old. So I grew up with them, man.
To all the musicians
awesome. I love him,
who have come through and helped us, and it's been a journey for sure. But we're very grateful for everything.
Yeah, I mean, like, me and Emilio started with, like, your first car's a Cadillac. We started with the Musicales. David.
He said our first car was a Cadillac.
Yeah. So, sí batallamos, but no batallamos, like, a lot,
Yeah.
And, we just had so many great friends and musician buddies that have gone and come. And, at the time, you're like, este cabrón se fue, and you're kind of mad at her, but now you think about it, and it's like, it's a journey that God puts you through that puts these people in your place,
Yeah.
And I tell them all the time, man, just enjoy it and soak it up because you learn so much.
I did, and shout out to Chris Tristan, man. When I was in college, he took care of me a lot. Him and Michelle. And
Tejano man, Chris Tristan.
Chris Tristan up there in Austin, man. So
shout out to Tejano.
And big shout out to my mom too. That my mom, whatever we need, she does for us. And now that
she stresses about us, but she
tries to hide it. I know
she's so sweet, man.
But my mom,
she's so sweet. Every time I see her, we always have a long conversation about y'all, right?
No, it's good. You have that. Tienes un ángel, Bumper, that everybody just seems to
want to talk to you.
Yeah, like, hey, like they've known you forever, and that's the way I feel.
Yeah, no, I do get that sometimes, but
now you're getting conceited.
I do get over there. No. I don't know, man. I'm just. My wife always tells me that I got the, excuse my language, but the resting bitch face sometimes, right? Like I'm always mad, like I always got a mad look, right? But if I don't know you, I'm not gonna like get into your thing. But I've also been known, like, if I've had a couple, like I'll get in a conversation.
You ever met those people that have the smelling caca face?
Just look at all their videos from the 90s and you'll see the girl, the love interest in the video, always has a caca face.
It's like you're like those people. There's those people everywhere you go.
Hey, shout out to Tim.
Happy, but they're like.
Oh my God!
Shout out to Tim Villanueva. He's watching. He just shouted me out. Going out to Tim and Grupo Vida, John too. Man, I used to play with them, dude. I used to play with them all over,
everywhere
in high school. Yeah, that was my first real job. First job. It was my first job.
Everybody would borrow money.
Yeah, Destiny was in college.
I was in college, so I was broke as a joke. I'd be like, Rigo, just send me $100. I know you have it.
And I'd be like, okay. And then she like,
and now he's paying
Rigo's like, I got a gig tomorrow. I'll make it up. It's cool.
Make it up. Yeah. I was balling in high school, man. It was fun.
Shout out to good friends of ours, Nicky Hernandez, West Texas. You guys know Nick. He puts on the big lowrider shows out there in West Texas. Nick with
the lowriders.
Yeah, with the lowriders. Shout out to Nick.
Hey, book us, Nick.
There you go. Shout out to our good friend Lori Pavia. Shout out to Tim Villanueva. Juan Hernandez watching all the way from, he said, my dad was from Robstown, Texas. And Stacey Adams' black and white wingtips were his choice.
Yeah. Well, let's do one more song because my stomach is.
Oh, hey, you read Juan Trevino's comment. You read Juan Trevino. He's like, so is the country. Hey, Juan, you want us to get off or what? Wait.
No. También I just want to send a shout out to my compadre from Alamo, Texas, para mi compadre Pepe Forina, that he's always liking our posts all the time. Known him for years. Pepe, I miss you. I love you, man, and hope to see you real soon.
Hector and Marta también, they're watching in San Angelo. Para todos de Victoria, Texas. I mean, we have family everywhere. That's that's the awesome thing about
Gloria,
growing up like that too.
Los Chaveras.
Tammy and
Al and Gloria Stock over there in Houston,
Pura
Texas
familia.
too.
So thank you guys so much. And
These
tomorrow,
people, Bear. Hello,
Bear.
Bear. These people, Bumper, are people that are in our lives everywhere we go. Or just like the way I text you, they text me just to say hi or whatever.
Yeah.
And they'll give the shirt off
your back.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. Man.
Shout out to them, man. Beautiful people.
These shows are our time to tell them, hey.
thank you.
Hey, Raulito, and before, because we know Des is hungry.
My stomach's growling.
But I wanted to tell you, Raulito, ever since I met you, man, you've never been that guy. You've always been the humble dude, just like, hey, like you said, like, from the first time I met you to every time I see you, it's felt like I've known, like you're one of my tios from way back in the day. Like like I've known you my whole life, and you always treated me like that. So I want to personally thank you for that. And to you guys, man, I wanna thank you guys for y'all's friendship and the many nights of long conversations over FaceTime.
It's good to have outlets.
Yeah, just have outlets. And we just bullshit, right? We just talking about anything. And shout out to everybody who watched the show tonight. Thank you guys so much. If this is your first time watching, thank you. We have different artists every single Wednesday, man. You can guarantee subscribe on YouTube or on Facebook. I wanted before, because he had wrote it a couple of times, Florencio Cortez from YouTube. Bumper, just wanted to say hi to the Navaira family. I'm going to miss Raulito this Saturday in Abilene for the 16 celebration. DJ Kid.
And don't forget, tomorrow we'll be at Eagle Pass at the casino.
So if you're in that area, right?
Piedras Negras, si
your
estás,
hand is itchy.
y también si estás en Piedras Negras, cross the border and come
Is your dad
party with
going?
us.
And
He's going to be featured.
And if you hit the jackpot, sharing is caring.
sharing is caring.
I just ask you buy me a menudo after the show. That's all.
Their menudo's the bomb, dude.
Hey, dude. Why'd you have to bring that up?
Hurry, I'm hungry.
The menudo got me in a car wreck. What? Yeah, man.
Why are you eating and driving
I
at
went
the
to
same
go
time?
see Macizo.
Eating and
And
driving.
Eagle Pass at 2 in the morning. I ate menudo and I tried to drive back home.
And you fell asleep?
And a dog. Insurance is watching.
And a dog came out.
A dog came out and I had to swerve to Vincent. and I but it's all good. So,
okay.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys.
Wait, one more story.
No.
When we first started out, we were driving back from Houston in a Suburban because we were sponsored by a Chevrolet dealership in Houston.
Uh-huh.
So we had 2 Suburbans, one for the road crew, one for the van. And we were driving, and I was driving. And I fell asleep, and then I felt the grass in the median. Oh, my God. Hit the car because it was tall. I woke up, and there was a bridge, an overpass coming up. So I moved into the middle, and then we spun around under the bridge.
Oh, my gosh. I never heard this story before.
And finally, the Suburban stopped. And you hear everybody yelling at me, and we finally stopped, and then I said, fucking dog. Sorry, my language.
You have to throw something right. It wasn't just your fault.
So,
That's scary.
So I take off again, right, to drive, and Emilio says, well, watch it with the elephants.
Unbelievable.
We'll do this last song, and then I'll play us out with your intro song.
Cool. Let's
So
do
this
it.
song is for everybody who has supported us. And thank you guys once again. Please, Eagle Pass, Texas tomorrow. Saturday is in Abilene with Chente. And we're going to have some more dates coming up. We're back in Texas, so we'll be here playing. If you need a band, call us. Follow us on all social media, please, at Destiny Navaira.
At Regal Raul Navaira.
And at Raulito Navaira. And Monterrey también. Vamos a estar ahí muy pronto. And thank you, Bumper. For having
always.
us.
You guys are always
I just want to say
welcome.
that I love y'all. I
Love you.
I love you kids and
The kids.
the kids. And yeah, thank y'all for supporting them.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Ding.
Bree will sing the chorus. The planner, I'm the planner.
Oiga, mediocito, quiero explicarle que le haré para que me entienda? Esa muchacha quiere ser mi amiga, pero yo no quiero ser. Es muy difícil estando yo con ella, oliendo su perfume y acariciar su piel. Luego me abraza, me siento muy contento. Me dices, tú eres mi amigo, se me acaba la fe.
¿Cómo le haré
Para decirle que la quiero,
¿Cómo le haré?
ay Diosito, tengo miedo.
¿Cómo le haré?
Ser su amigo y ya no puedo.
Muchas gracias. We love you, los amo.
¿Cómo le haré?
Something like that. Here we go. They said it's bumpin', bumpin'. Okay, I gotta get, because it's Wacky, Wacky Wednesday with Bump. It's Wacky, Wacky Wednesday with Bump. We're gonna talk about stuff and I got drunk and it's Wacky, Wacky Wednesday with Bump. Yeah.
Y'all have a good week. We'll see you guys next Wednesday. Remember, tomorrow night, Eagle Pass, Texas. Destiny, the whole Familia Navaira will be there.